Um, can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you very well.
It's a question. It
Clearly.
says, is it possible to be a prophet and don't speak in tongues? Is it possible to be a prophet and
Oh,
don't speak in
goodness.
tongues?
I'm not speaking tongues.
Yes. Is it possible to be a prophet and
And
not speak in
yeah, it is very possible, but it is not right. It is possible, but it is not right. It's not right because I want to say clearly again that tongues are matriculation signs. They show us that it's a sign that you have been matriculated into the school of the spirit. If you ask people from my local church, when I mean local church, I mean from the white garment churches, they tell you that it is possible to speak in tongues. It is correct that you speak in, I mean, that you are a prophet and you don't speak in tongues. I know they will say that, but I want to tell you from what I have seen in the Bible. It is even wrong that you are a believer and you don't speak in tongues. It is not right, though. Not that you are not a believer, but it is actually a step ahead to be able to speak the language of mystery. It doesn't mean that you are not a believer, but then it is, let alone a prophet. A prophet is one who has access to understand these things. A prophet should understand your language. I mean, tongues when they speak should hear, even if he cannot interpret. A prophet should be able to relate, should be able to edify himself. Is that not what the Bible says? Anyone who speaks in tongues edifies himself. So if a prophet does not speak in tongues, I mean, that's a challenge. That's the challenge because anyone who prays in tongues edifies himself. So one of the gifts of God for a prophet to edify, to grow large in the spirit, to grow big in the spirit, is tongues. Each time you go on your knee to fellowship with God, you fellowship in the language of mysteries, and then your spirit man is enlarged. But if you now say that a prophet does not speak in tongues, but I mean, I don't understand. So a prophet should be able to speak. The only place is that a prophet may not be able to interpret tongues. I mean, some prophet may not. It's not compulsory that you are able to interpret tongues, but a prophet should be able to speak in tongues. Prophet may not. Some of them may not be able to interpret tongues, but then they can speak in tongues.